Hey guys, ECRG here, back with another video. Today we're going to talk about risk-based monitoring, and not just any risk-based monitoring. We're going to discuss Medidata, who has recently won an award at the CARE Awards for their risk-based monitoring solution. And how they call it is Edge Strategic Monitoring. That's the name of their product that they offer. And I know myself in clinical research, I've used Medidata products for a long time now. I've used Medidata CTMS, and I've used their RAVE system, their EDC RAVE system for data entry, which is pretty good. And it's pretty cool how they can work together between the two platforms. So Medidata is definitely a company in clinical research who's pretty well known, has a pretty good reputation. So it's no surprise that they're coming out with new products, and their products are becoming well received by the clinical research community. Now, with that being said, an article recently came across my attention about how they won this award for the best sponsor-focused technological development in strategic risk-based monitoring. So congratulations to Medidata for winning that. So we're going to delve a little bit deeper into that. But before we do, I'd just like to take a second to let you guys know about the resume review program that we have going on right now. If you're new to clinical research or interested in having your resume tightened up in clinical research, please shoot it over. We are reviewing resumes right now, and just shoot it over. Our email is eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com. And especially if you're new into clinical research, we will definitely make you a much more competitive applicant into getting into clinical research. So back to the Medidata part. Medidata Edge Strategic Monitoring was definitely, something that was definitely going to be worked on by a lot of companies, because with the new ICH GCP regulations that came out in 2016, we knew that there was going to be an increased focus on risk-based monitoring. Now, for those of you who are new to clinical research and may not exactly know what risk-based monitoring is or how it compares to traditional monitoring or remote monitoring, you can go check out one of our videos on that. We've done that before. But in a short summary, basically risk-based monitoring is where you have a risk profile based on sites. And usually it's visually or in some kind of graph. They'll measure the action items, open action items, time it takes for action items to be closed, time it takes for queries to be closed, how many queries a site has, et cetera, et cetera. They have all these data points on a site, and they usually show it visually. So you can see, okay, this site's in the green. That means they're good with a lot of things. We can spend a little less time worrying about that site. Or how about this site over here? This site's in the red. They've got a lot of open action items. They've got a lot of open queries. We need to spend a little bit more time on this site, maybe do a little bit more monitoring, maybe send a monitor out there next month to tighten up some things. So that's risk-based monitoring. They put a risk profile on each site essentially, and you can spend more time and allocate more resources to the struggling sites. So that's risk-based monitoring. And we knew this was going to be big. So Medidata came out with this, and they recently won an award, April 2018, the CARE Awards, which acknowledges and applauds the pharmaceutical industry's outstanding innovators across all areas of the industry, recognizing both corporate and individual achievements. So, here's a quote from the article. Medidata's strategic monitoring suite is an exciting end-to-end solution to support effective risk-based monitoring and workflow, an area where many companies have developed only partial solutions, said the CARE Awards judges. It enriches data quality through early real-time unique insights and is the only technology that adheres to ICH EC guidelines, as well as translates risk-based monitoring functional requirements. So this is pretty big for Medidata. And, I wanted to bring up their website, so bringing it in now, so maybe we can learn a bit more about this product. And this is the third time in a row that they've won it, the third year in a row that they've won this award. So let's see if we can dig in a little bit on here, on the website. So obviously it has to comply with ICH GCP. That's probably the reason why they started this whole product. Let's see if we can see. We come in here to risk assessment. Assess impact probability, detectability of study risks, configure and link KRIs or key risk indicators analytics, centralize analytics, review known and unknown risks through the use of statistical machine learning analytics, generate issues and actions. And this is pretty powerful, what this eventually could be, especially if you combine this with some AI where the computer essentially knows in advance where the risks are going to be, and it can defend against that before they even happen. This could be incredibly powerful when it comes to running clinical trials. So we'll see what else it does. Visit preparation, CRA reviews, issues, actions created by centralized risk monitoring team, prepares adaptive monitoring plan focused on risks. So visit conduct, CRA completes assigned tasks, including source data review, root cause analysis, and preventative corrective actions. Documentation, CRA captures visit conduct responses, associated comments, issues, and action items in visit report. So, the system already kind of does that. So not really saying much about, what else it does there. I mean, action items automatically go in the visit report as it is. So here's some of the features. This is what I was looking for. So enrich data quality through early, real-time, and unique insights. Statistically analyze millions of data points to identify known and unknown risks, anomalies, outliers, and patterns. Assess impact of actions on data quality through configurable workflows and KRI performance tracking. Simplify data verification process through configurable study and site-specific source data verification. So this is going to be good. Now, this is where the meat really is. How is it going to save time? How is it going to increase quality? So enables CRAs to efficiently prepare for upcoming visits through simplified SDV, SDR plans with advanced tracking, and provide greater workflow efficiency and reduce administrative burden on CRAs. Geez, I'm going to repeat that again. Reduce administrative burden on CRAs. Geez, that is huge. One of the big problems with being a CRA is you're not just focused on monitoring. You've got to worry about, some of the other more administrative tasks like TMF. Everyone hates TMF. It'd be nice if you just collected the documents and sent them to someone, or uploaded them once, it named them for you. That's the big thing about TMF, is the naming. Because every document you've got to save and name. It'd be one thing if you could just drag and drop and let the computer name them for you. So that's that. So yeah, this is a commercial product, and this is going to be big, I think. This is for sure going to be big. Many clinical trials right now are not using risk-based monitoring, so it's only going to be new clinical trials that are coming up that are going to be using the risk-based monitoring. So, I mean, I've read articles that are for and against it, saying that, there could be more burden on the site for risk-based monitoring. Because if you think about it, if the computer's the one issuing action items and issuing all these things for the site to do, then that's just going to be a lot more work. Rather, before that, the CRA would help them. So we'll see. But I think this is going to be the future as soon as the kinks are worked out, for sure. Risk-based monitoring. I mean, it just makes sense. Why would you spend, if you have a problem child versus a stellar child, a stellar student, why would you spend more time on the stellar student rather than the problem child? You're probably going to spend more time with the problem child, straightening them out rather than the one who's already doing great. So it just makes more sense. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, and Medidata did something great here. Email us at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com for any inquiries you may have, any sponsorships you'd like to inquire about, resume review program, getting into clinical research coaching. We do provide that. So email us there if you are interested. All right, guys, take care.